Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Prison Architect. I don't really understand what's going on here. Like the whole power situation, I do not understand what happens with the power. It doesn't seem to make any sense to me. Why is this just not working? It doesn't give me any information about it. And it doesn't seem to be working either. Right, demolish walls and doors. Let's first remove that wall there. Then I want to go flooring, and I want to get a metal floor in here. I'll put a metal floor through there, like that. And then I want... Now, do I need to move the capacitors? Put one there. Let's move the capacitors over around this one, like that, and see what that does. Switch that one on, and speed it up a little bit. The workers are about to come in. You are in there. I got workers coming in and doing stuff. Alright, they're doing a grand job. They're moving all of those round. Switch on. I got a load of prisoners out here. Let's try switching that one on. Doesn't like it. And I still can't have both stations. 2 power stations isn't working. Dismantle, dump. Right, I'm going to leave that one there. And I'm going to move the capacitors back over here. And I'm going to buy more capacitors. And see if that makes any difference. So I'm going to go to Utilities. Generates electricity to be used in your prison. Increases the amount of electricity generated when placed next to a power station. So let's go with this. And drop a load of these all the way around here like this. And see if this makes any difference. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe I've got this all wrong. They're busy putting all of those in. Right. Put some cables under. Cables, cables. Cables under there. Right, they've all got cables. Now I can get rid of that. Move this. Put one in there. Move that over there. Move that over there. And then try switch on. So I've got all of those capacitors in there. They still don't help. Power makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever. There's nothing here that is logical about this whole power situation. Maybe have I got too many capacitors? It doesn't tell me. Literally, I've got no information coming in about the capacitors. I'm going to have to look this up. Let's see what I can find out. I have returned a more educated man. At least this is what I'm hoping. So what we need to do is, first I will need to move the power station to there. And I'll move these capacitors. I'll move one there. I'll move one there. And I'll move one there. And then I will move that one. Actually, that one's going to have to wait. You can only have the capacitors one all the way around. Apparently that's all that you actually use. You don't use more than one all the way around. So I want to move that one out, and then we can surround this one with one round, and we can surround the next one with one round. But more crucially, what we've also got to do is make sure that we keep everything separate. So I'm going to move that one over there. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to move that one over there. That one over there like that. And then I'm going to go into the utilities mode and dismantle the utility. Move capacitor. Right, I'm going to wait till those have moved. But we also need to make sure that we've got separate power grids. And that's the important thing that we need right here. So I want to dismantle that line up there. That line under there is going to be removed. That will be taken out, and then I'll have this power station powering this part of the prison, and this one powering this part. I cannot have the same power station. I cannot have two power stations powering the whole prison. I thought when somebody said that they got to be next to each other, I didn't realize that they actually meant that you can't have them powering any of it together. So that was my bad. That was my mistake. We just need to speed this up a little bit. Hopefully, they will survive the power cut, and we will get through. So I'm going to move power station. I haven't moved the power station, have I? Well, it's not supposed to be up there. That one's supposed to be moving, but I don't know why you're moving this one. Right, you go there. Like that. That one's... No, I don't have the power station on yet. Nothing's on at the moment. I've got... That has been removed up there. Then I want to go to utilities in here. Oh! Right, that's on. No, that one's not on. That's why. Right, it's looking more positive. So then I can go to this one and switch on. No, I can't. That was not switching on. Why are you not switching? That one's already on. I don't get what's going on here. I want to move the capacitors. Actually, yeah, what I also want to do is I want to put some flooring. So let's get some metal floor in here like that. And get rid of that. 1, 2, 3 down there. And then start moving these capacitors to surround this power supply. Like this. And that one. You there and you there. And then that one up there can... I'll move the light over. That's all of those. Move that one down there. Right. So there's those. Lights are working in that part of the prison. So you over here switch on. That doesn't seem to be... Well, why is that bit not working then? Have I gone and done something wrong again? Let's have a look on... Oh, that's why. I've got no power connecting any of it up. So then I want to go electric cable and join that under there. And then join that one in. I'll put those in as well. I don't know if those electric cables are actually going to do anything. And also, the pump is not working. So I need to run the pump on here as well. I'll put the pump in like that. They'll come in and add them. Power is now working on there. I've got power on both sides and... Oh, I've now got... The pump is now working as well. That one's going. Okay. This is most excellent. We've got it all back again. Our prison is back on track. I've got 167 out of 162 prisoners. We've got 75 guards. Everything seems to be going along quite nicely. We seem to be ticking along very well. We do have... Excuse me. We do have the Polaroid that we can go and click on. There was one more thing I wanted to do, and that was increase the size of the canteen. I'm not happy with the canteen that we've got at the moment and how it's running. But my only issue with that is I don't think I'm going to be able to do it. So let's just slow that down a little bit there, and then we go to walls and buildings up here. That's blocked. I'm not allowed to do it. So because I'm not allowed to do that, I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to click on the Polaroid, and we're going to see if we can do something. I was very worried about Morgan for a minute. Very, very worried. Let's see if this actually works out. We've now got all the visitors have left that bit. They're coming in here. So we've got some prisoners will go in here, and we've got some prisoners will come along here. I'm just waiting on the prisoners, and there's a guard there. I'm thinking I should assign a guard down here patrolling who will allow them in there. So let's go to deployment a minute. Go to patrols. A blue patrol guard. I'll put one here. I'll put one here. There. Now I've got 2 guards that need to stay here at all times. I've got more guards up there, but there should be guards patrolling down in here at all times. That's kind of the idea of this bit. They should hang around down in this bit so that they can let people through. And another guard I want down in here. I've got 1 stationed up there. So deployment. Let's just go to deployment, and I can put a guard in there. And I can put a guard in there. Assign 1 guard into that bit. Right. I see. So we assign the various different guards in different areas. Does that mean then that they will only... That's like you've got to assign them into the area in order for them to sort of go through there very quickly? Because now I've got a guard in that room, a guard in that room, and a guard in that room. And then I've just got this dude up here, but I've got a guard that's hanging around this location, so he should be working the doors. Seems like a good thing. Well, hopefully that's going to work. Right, yes, Polaroid. It is Polaroid time. Let's see what we've got in here. Achievement unlocked. Reformation. Bootstraps. Okay. You reach down, you pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Today on CNDC News, a special report into the state of our prisons. It's 2 years since the infamous siege at Alchemico claimed so many lives, including that of Chief Executive Charles Wallace. Today we hear from leading experts and ask what, if anything, has changed since those tragic events. First, we go live to one of the state's longest-running prisons recently scheduled for demolition. Live now only on CNDC News. Yes. Looking a little bit grubby and worn out, I'll admit. Look at that. Right. Thanks, Sarah. This prison has housed some of the country's most notorious criminals. But now its walls are being torn down, ready to be replaced by a new prison complex. In come the diggers. If you look behind me, you can see that the construction crews are already here and the demolition work has begun. Joining me is City Mayor Calvin Heller. Thank you, Mr. Heller, for taking the time to talk to us today. Yeah, he's a corrupt, crooked individual who is only interested in profiting out of human misery, so we don't like him at all. Well, I don't anyway. It's my pleasure. No, your pleasure is the torture of lost souls. I'm going to say no more on that subject. In the past, you've been a strong advocate of a tougher, more disciplined approach to prison management. Why demolish a facility that has defined for so long the punitive approach? Both the prison and its operation had become antiquated. We took the decision to replace it with an entirely new facility, one with a more modern policy. This prison was in the news a few years ago as one of the last remaining state execution facilities. I thought it looked familiar. We built the execution chamber, didn't we? Yes, that's our handiwork. Campaigners have long sought to revoke the death penalty laws here. Will you honour their wishes, or will you rebuild the execution facility? That's still under review, but it's not a decision we'll take lightly. I imagine it'll depend on how much money he's paid. Thank you, Mayor Heller. Back to the studio. This is CNDC News, reporting live on the state of our prison system. After the break, we'll be joined by Dr. Walter Hurst, a specialist in prisoner psychology and rehabilitation. Right. Calvin Heller. What do you want, you slimy turd? Pardon my use of the word turd, but I think it's entirely applicable in this situation. Let me congratulate you on your appointment as CEO. This is an opportunity, a fresh start. You'll have complete autonomy, more or less. More prisoners, higher reoffending rates. You have a lot of challenges at higher reoffending. I don't want reoffending rates. That's not how a prison should work. You don't set them up for failure. As for the death row facility, tear it down or keep it. Make some use out of it, it's really up to you. Somebody else will take up that business if you won't. No, I won't. As for objectives, I'm giving you the same as I give to your predecessor. Profits, reoffending rates, capacity. What? It's entirely up to you how you achieve them. One last thing. The previous CEO, Charles Wallace, left behind a letter that he used to give out to any new prison architects who joined the firm. He had some good advice. You may find it useful to take a look. Good luck. Right, wait a minute. Let me just pause this a second. Read the CEO's letter. Accept your first grant. Prisoner intake 0 per day. Your prison is closed to new inmates. Raise money through the grant system. Build a prison. At least 100 inmates. Net positive cash flow. Bank balance at least $60,000. Oh, I got $48,000. Was he talking about reoffending rates? I got a little picture on there. Let's see about reading this letter. Grants. We want reoffending rates to be down to 0, so we want all kinds of programs to help people out. But I got a feeling he wants them to be reoffending so he can get them back in the prison. There's a bit that I don't like. You can accept no more than 2 grants at a time. Use your accountant to raise this limit. Inmate health and well-being. Staff well-being initiative. Build staff room. Have at least 5 guards without assigned duties. Ensure none of your staff are exhausted. Build a medical ward. Hire at least 2 doctors. Hire a psychologist. Requires an office. Basic detention center. Turn an empty field into a functioning prison. This government contract gives you the funds necessary to build the absolute minimum facilities for your first set of prisoners. Accept your first grant. Administration center. Every prison project needs a functioning administration facility to ensure things run smoothly and to hold the project accountable. This contract pays for a warden and an accountant and their offices, which will give us access to the full federal grant system. Right. So that's that bit. Staff up here. Total staff, I've got 12 workers. Prisoners, 0. Intake, 0. Jobs, in progress, lots of. Now, where's this? I get rid of that. Where's this letter? Ah. Dear Sir, Madam, congratulations on completing your basic introduction. You are now a fully qualified prison architect. Soon you'll be designing and building and running your own prison, starting from nothing but an empty plot of land and a few stacks of bricks. Before you get started, I thought I might share some important lessons with you. Every prison needs a warden. He should be one of your first hires. Build him a nice office, and he'll open up a whole range of advanced facilities via the bureaucracy system. Individual jail cells are expensive, especially early on when funds are very tight. Save money by starting with a single large holding cell which can be shared between many prisoners at once. Get your kitchen and canteen up and running before the first prisoners show up, and be sure to hire some cooks. Nothing irritates a prisoner more than an empty stomach. Building a prison is an expensive undertaking, and you need to become a master at raising large volumes of money through grants and contracts. You can access these grants through the report screen. That's about everything. Good luck. The CEO, Prison Architect Corps. Right, I have read the CEO's letter. Right there. I'll just close that. Accept your first grant. Well, that was in here. Bureaucracy, we need to get a warden to be able to do that. So we'll go to grants, and we will go with the basic detention center. Oh, administration. So I'll go with that one and the basic detention center. You can accept no more than 2 grants at a time. Build 2 offices, hire a warden, unlock finance through bureaucracy, hire an accountant. Raise money through the grants system. Right, well, I've done that. So we now need offices. I don't quite know where I'm going to put everything. This is my space that I've got. I'm going to need power. Deliveries, garbage. I'm just going to start things moving at the moment. I've got garbage and trash. So I've got garbage down there, and I've got deliveries right there. I tell you what. We got quick build, utility rooms is what I'm after. Holding cell, shower, yard, visitation, office, chapel, reception. I want everything. I want everything. I want the lot. Exports. There. I want an exports room. We've got deliveries there. We've got garbage down there. I'm going to do exports as the bit in between all of that. And then I'm going to get a light. And I'm going to drop that down in front of it just because. So I'll take that one. And I'm going to drop that one down there like that. I'm putting exports just in case there is anything that we can go along and sell. So say that tree there. I don't know how long it's going to, whether we need to wait for them to grow a bit, but we could take the trees, we can cut them down, and we can sell timber from them. So that might be a little bit of something extra. I've got some logs there. Sale price 100 from the logs there. 2 logs, 2 logs. So I don't know how many logs you get from a tree, because it costs 100 to buy a tree. So we could sort of use it as a finance thing. Although we can't do trees just yet. So I've got that bit. I need to do a warden and an accountant's office. Quick build here. Have I got offices? I've got solitary cell, luxury, shared, holdings, office right there. That is a very basic looking office that we've got, but it is an office, so I could put that one in. I got exports, deliveries, and garbage. It would come in off of deliveries, I'd have thought, so I'm going to put that one. Kind of, the offices are going to be on the outside edge, I would say. So I want 2 offices. So I'm going to put one there, like that. But then what I'm going to do is, that's going to be an accountant's office. I want the warden's office to be bigger. So I'm going to go there for building brick, and I'm going to go like that. So it's 6 meters there, be the same as the other one. And this one here is going to be 12 meters. It's going to be exactly double, like that, because then I can do, like in the last prison, we had an extra bit down one side. So I'm going to do that right there. It's 2,000 on that bit. That should be sufficient. Let's just speed up the time a little bit. We've got 12 workers at the moment. I want to be careful about having too many additional workers being brought into the situation at the moment, because I don't want them taking up too much time and space and everything else, but mostly money. I don't want them taking up loads and loads of money. Now, I got lots of garbage here. I don't know if it costs me anything to remove garbage. I do like the way that they come and pick up each one individually when they're carrying the garbage away, which, that is a really nice touch to that. That is actually a very, very cool thing. Let's go a little bit faster here. I'm conscious of the fact that if we go too quickly, we could end up losing a bit of money. So bricks has just gone in there. We've got some bits in here that are coming through as well. Filing cabinet, office desk, chair. Those have just been paid for. Oh dear. A door would probably be a good idea. What have I got on there? That's the green room. No, walls and doors. A staff door on there. So that one is going to go... Is that the same way? It's going to go that way. Staff door on there. That one's going to go there. It's going to bring up from the bottom, and then it's going to go into that bit right there. I've got some poor workers that are trapped inside there. Trapped and can never escape. That's not really what we want to do, is it? But the other thing that I need to do is I need to have a power facility. Now, if I got power... I got like... Oh, there is a way to find out. I need to go to utilities down here. Power station. Doesn't look like I've got a power station, so there's something that I'm going to need to make. Again, I can only apologize for the glitchiness of the playback. It's perfect for me. It's no problems. The person that makes D3D gear also finds this a complete and total mystery, and he is actually looking into it. It's a very unusual thing. And I've not encountered this on any other game that I've played. So it is a very strange thing, and people do want to get to the bottom of this. I really want to get to the bottom of this, because I don't want this to keep going. I don't want it to be like this all the time. It's not good. I'm going to do like a double bit over here so that I can also put water in here as well. So we're going to do that, and we're going to go to walls and doors. We've got a staff door is going to secure door. Solitary cells. Remote door, solitary door, a regular normal door. Opened by any member of staff, not just guards. I'd say we want maximum security. I'm pretty sure we've had jail doors on them previously. I don't know about secure doors. Or maybe we've had those. So that's 600. That's 200 for a jail. I'm going to put a jail door on it. Just a normal jail door can go on the bottom like that. There. And then I'm going to need to go to utilities. And I'm going to put electric cable. I'm going to run, actually. Yeah, I'll run electric cable down that wall down there like that. And then that's going to go up to there. So they can get a start on putting that in. Plus they've also got this one in here that they will now finish putting in. And that is done. Right there. And then I can go back to utilities. Power station. So I've got... Yeah, I've got enough room to put the capacitors all the way around the edge of it. So that's good. So you can go there. And then if I was to put another one over that side, I'd still have room for the pumping station in the middle. Perfect. Right. So I can put that one and that one in there. And then we can bring the pipes out in a bit. A capacitor is 1,000, so I'm not going to make any more of those just yet. I am going to do that, and I'm going to do that. Right. Speed that up a little bit. They'll go in and put down all... we may as well just go full flat-out speed. They'll go and put those in. We've got our new beasties gone in. We've got power going in there. Got power going in there. And we've got power into there. So now we can slow back down again. I've got one office down here. I need another office in here. So I've got to assign a room. Exports. I've got office right there. Minimum size of 4x4 for an office. A desk. A chair. Filing cabinet, and it's got to be indoors. So we need some objects to go into here. I need an office desk, which is going to go here. I need a filing cabinet. I'm going to put one there. And I'm going to put one there. How much is the filing cabinet? It's $30. I need an office chair. Naturally, we want a fancy office chair because of that. Guard pavilion. No, I don't want that. Bookshelf. I'm going to put 2 bookshelves up there. Doormat. Cheap rubber doormat that might look good. I won't worry about that for a minute. A large TV. Allows lots of your prisoners to share the experience of brain rot. Requires a place for prisoners to sit in front of the TV. Phone booth. Sprinkler. Visitor tables. Arcade cabinet. Where's the radio? TV and a large TV. I want a radio. Ah, there. Our workforce is getting a little bit tired, so we're going to let them rest up for a minute. If you've enjoyed the episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to go and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.